Victoria? Not you. We're talking about
We.
no.
Me.
Right, me. So if you're talking about yourself, but it's at the end of the sentence in the predicate, you're going to use me. Okay, now there's a rule. Here's the rule. If you're talking about two people, like if this is going to be talking about me and Mason, do I put Mason first or myself?
Mason.
Mason. So you always put the person or your friend first, and then you would use the word and then you put I. I is always coming last because you're being proper and you're letting your friend or that person go first. Okay, just sit and wait in here, okay? Now, we've also talked about if we have like more than one person and we have the word we. Kaden, where does we go? At the beginning of a sentence or end? Beginning. So if we're using the word we, it's going to be at the beginning of the sentence. What if we are using we? We're talking about more than one person. Should we ever use that at the end of the sentence?
No.
No, what should we use? John? We. Excuse me. We are here today.
In the fun.
Would I say come with we? Or come with you?
Me.
No. Come with me. Come with me.
No, come with us. Come with us.
Come with Yes.
Straight up.
So, if we are using we, it can go at the beginning of the sentence, like, we are here today. We wouldn't say us is here today. Would that make sense? No. But we would use us at the end of the sentence, just like I said earlier, come with us. Don't come with we. Okay? Now, our last pronoun that we talked about yesterday was using self. So like myself, yourself, himself, herself. Did I miss any?
Themselves.
Okay. So if there is one person, you're going to put the pronoun here and then self. Like myself, herself, himself. What if we have two or more people? What are we going to use after our pronoun? We're not going to use self. Raylan? Selves. And how do we spell that? S-E-L. Drop the F and add V-E-S. All right, I think you guys are ready. Use the board if you need to. On this quiz, I will read the directions and the sentences because I want to make sure that you're going to do it correctly. On the top, if you haven't already, put your name up there. Carson. Now, here's what you do. You're going to write a C if the underlined pronoun is correct. If the pronoun is not correct, you're going to cross it out and write the correct pronoun on the line. So we're going to do number 1 together. And we're going to see this, for example, see if this is right or wrong. So number 1, it says, me like to make crafts with my friends.
No.
What do you guys think? No. We never put me at the beginning of the sentence. What do we put? I. So what we have to do, if it's wrong, we're going to cross off the pronoun that's wrong. So me is wrong, so we're going to cross it off. Then we have to write it correctly on the line. Now, is this correct?
No.
No, always capitalized?
Like I.
Okay. Now I'm going to skip. I'm going to go down to number 5. It says, you fix the bike yourself. Is that pronoun right?
Oh. Yes.
Yes. It is right. You fixed the bike yourself. You did it yourself. So that is right. So on the line, since that is right, we just put a C. You're like the teacher. You're putting correct. Okay. So do you guys understand what you do? If they're wrong, you cross it off and fix it. If it's correct, go to C. Yep. Okay, number 2. Now these are on your own. I will read them, but you will correct them or put a C. Number 2 says, us make lots of things together. Look at the board. Us make lots of things together. Fix it or put correct, okay? Us make lots of things together. Okay, number 3. Would you like to join we? Would you like to join we? Put a C if it's correct. If it's wrong, cross off we and put the correct word. Number 4. Nina and me think that you could be a big help. Question, Liz? All right. Number 4. Nina and me think that you could be a big help. If it's correct, put a C. If it's wrong, cross off me and put the right pronoun. Okay, number 5 you should have done, because that's correct. Number 6, we are planning a craft show. So what's the pronoun we? Is that correct? No. We are planning a craft show. If it's correct, put a C. If it's wrong, cross it off and put the correct pronoun.
Wait, what's number? Nina, do you think that? Nina?
Okay. Is that right? All right, number 7. We made everything myself. Listen to that really closely. We made everything myself. Okay, I want you to try to sound out which pronoun should be there. It's not myself because we're talking about we. Just sound it out. If you don't get it perfect, it's okay. I want you to do your best. But use these. Okay? We made everything myself. Number 8. Can you help I with my craft? Can you help I with my craft? If it's wrong, cross it off and change it. If it's right, put a C. Can you help I with my craft? Okay, and number 9. I cannot do all the work themselves. That doesn't make sense. Look at the pronoun I. I cannot do all the work themselves. You're talking about I. So what's the pronoun? It's going to be either an in self or self, but it's one person. So I cannot do all the work themselves. We're talking about I. So what would that be for I?